Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Amy or Amylouise. If you are new here, I am a makeup artist of 13 years and I'm here 3 times a week with beauty content for you. Today we're doing this kind of like just grungy, I don't know, swamp monster I guess, kind of inspired makeup. I've got glitter in my smile lines. Yeah, we are using the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. This is the amylouise. This is Pastel Roses Outer Space. So I'm using those, which I've attached to the magnets in the palette, which I find is really helpful. I do like to use particularly this single, best black on the market. I do like that I can attach my singles to the palette as I use it. So I'm using that, and I'm also using this XX Revolution liquid shadow in Evoke. So I mean, look at that. It don't look like that on me either. Hence outer space. But yeah, we're gonna do this and yeah, let's go. Okay, eye is primed with Amylouise base as always, literally like the only eye primer I use, and I'm using 4 brushes. This eye look is so quick and easy. And I'm taking the amylouise and I'm going to pat this on through my crease and on my lid. So I'm really not shy about just whacking this right across the entire lid. Just like that, like it's literally just like black eye, boom. Taking this shadow here, which is called Earthship, and it's just this khaki green shade. I'm just going to start to pop this right on the edges. I'm going to start to tap on first because that's going to get rid of the pigment off the brush and start to blend the black into it. And when you're working with black, you do want to be careful that you don't just blend it everywhere and then end up with black all over your face. And now I'm going to go into circular motions and start to blend out. And you can see this way I've brought it up and out, almost like a teardrop. Once you're relatively happy with it blended out, take some more, pop it right on the edge here, you can see this right, and then just circular motions, and this will start to elongate the whole look and keep it rounded. Okay, with that same brush I'm going into Golden Age, which is the 3rd shadow right here. And I'm pretty much going to do the exact same thing. I'm just going to blend out the edges. So I'm going to kind of fluff that onto the edges. And then I'm going to blend once most of the product is off the brush. And I'm keeping that really nice kind of swooped out but rounded shape. And you can see I'm just kind of flicking it up and out on the edge. Okay, when you've got something like this, we're going to go back to the beginning and go through those shades again, re-intensify them, get that blend exactly how you want. So I'm just going to go and do that. Okay, next I'm going to take the XX Revolution liquid shadow in Evoke, and I'm going to just slide this right across my lid. You do need to do this in layers because it just doesn't work to go in whole hog. And I'm just taking a flat brush. Any flat brush will do. This one is from the Beauty Bay Iconic set. There isn't a number or anything. And I'm just going to tap it across my lid. And I'm not really being that precise about it. I'm just keeping it to the mobile lid rather than the non-mobile lid. And I'm just tapping that in right across. Okay, now while that's still drying down, I'm going to go in with that pigment from Pastel Roses on my finger first. I'm going to tap that on. Oh, look at that. Like, just tap it on. And then I'm going to take a flat brush. This one is a Morphe M224. And I'm just going to get it on the brush as well, just so that I can get like right to the inner corner and everything. And I'm just going to tap on over. This is not a cut crease, and it's not as precise as a cut crease. So you don't need to be like perfect. But it does help just to like get into this inner corner and keep it nice, like somewhat precise, without going, you know, overboard. Okay, I'm gonna do a really quick base, but first I'm gonna just tidy up the mess that I've got underneath. Just gonna put some SPF on because that's the only part of my skincare I've not done yet. Do you know what I wish a company would come out with? Is like a compact SPF powder that you can use in place of a translucent powder, so that during the day you can reapply your SPF over your makeup. Like, that would be just, because like you're supposed to reapply your SPF, but if you do that, that means taking off a full face of makeup to put it on, to put the full face of makeup back on, and it's just, that does not happen, let's be honest. Okay, so while that is setting in, you can just leave this, because I don't moisturize in summer because I use SPF, and SPF is basically a moisturizer with sun protection. Like, it is moisturizing, so I skip out on moisturizer usually in the summer and replace it with the SPF. In winter I will wear both. I'm going to go in with the Barry M Pixie Skin Blaring Beauty Elixir to prime. If you don't want to use a primer, honestly, like, this leaves your skin tacky enough that this would work as a primer. My skin routine recently has been so basic, I cannot even explain. So my current favourite product is this, if my camera will focus. So this is my current favourite foundation. It is the Rimmel Fresher Skin SPF 15. It is a breathable natural finish foundation. I would call this more of like a BB CC cream kind of deal. But it's weird because it's not the liquid that you're used to. It's kind of like a jelly or gel formula. It's really weird. I literally just take my finger and I dot this on my face, and I don't use much of this at all. Like, that is literally all I'm going to use, and I'm going to rub it in with my fingers. Like, I've said a few times that I don't mind using my fingers. Like, I have no issue with this at all. Now, this is not like perfect coverage. It's not. In person you can still see scars and texture. It's just like a wash of colour, and it's enough to just make you feel like you've put effort in. If you've got great skin, this would be perfect. If you've not got great skin and you're something like me, you will still see stuff through. But if you're comfortable enough with your skin that you just want like a wash of colour to kind of balance you out a little bit, this is great. I picked this one up from, I think, B&M. So yeah, it's a few pounds. I think it was like £4, which I have zero issues with. Then I'm going in with my Primark bronzer. And the reason I don't mind, so wow, that was a lot. The reason I don't mind that my skin can be seen so much at the minute is I'm wearing a mask for 11 hours a day. I'm at work, I'm sweating, it is hot, it is smelly, and it's summer, so like the hot sweatiness of being at work is just made 10 times worse by the fact that it is summer, and the UK have been going through a heat wave recently, which, I mean, we seem to get every couple of years we'll get like this intense heat wave out of nowhere, and nobody can deal with it because our house isn't made of brick, we don't have AC, and we just cannot deal with it unless we're in a different country sat by the pool with several alcoholic beverages. Like, we just cannot. So yeah, with work and everything, I've just not really been into doing like my full face. I'm just tapping over with my foundation brush to bring that bronzer down a little bit because I did go in just a hair too much. Being at work and everything, I'm just not into doing like a full face because A, it's just gonna come off on my mask, B, it's making me sweat way more wearing like a full face of makeup than if I didn't, and it seems like a waste of makeup. So I'll do my eyes, but to do like a real face of makeup is just, it's kind of pointless, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you can't even see it, so what is the point? I'm gonna go in with this duo fiber brush from Morphe. There isn't a number because I got it in a set years ago. I'm just gonna blend this in. I have so many different ways of doing skin, it is crazy. I have multiple videos on different techniques on face products, like how, like different types of foundation and stuff, and how I do my makeup with like no foundation. I used to think that full coverage foundation was the way to go if you've got problematic skin. You need all the coverage you can get, and that was because of my own insecurities with my own skin. But the more comfortable I've got, the more I can tell you that that is not true. Like, not even like, this looks very harsh on camera. It's not that harsh in real life, I promise. I'm gonna go in with the MUA blushed liquid cream blush in the shade Misty Rose. Just pop a little bit of that on. I can't even remember what I was saying. My own face distracted me. This looks so harsh on camera, it is wild. I've got so many different techniques on skin and how to get perfect skin and everything like that, and honestly I was so insecure with my own skin that the second that you could see my skin peeking through a foundation, I hated it, like with a passion. Like, I hated it so much. And the older I've got, the more comfortable I've got in my own skin, and the less I care that people can see that I have acne scars, or I've had acne, or I've got a breakout. Like, this stuff doesn't really bother me anymore like it used to. Like, yeah, okay, so some days I've got a breakout and it makes me a little bit paranoid, but like, it's a breakout, like everyone gets them at some point. I don't know why it's, I don't know, looked down upon that someone has a breakout. Like, it's just a breakout. most people in their life have had at least one breakout. Like, it's just human nature. I'm just going in with my Coty Airspun. Like, it's just what happens. Like, everyone gets them. I don't know why it's such a big deal. And I used to make it a big deal, like, for myself. Especially when I was a teenager and my skin was at its worst. Oh my god, me having a breakout? Like, my entire face was a breakout. And I used to pile on the makeup so heavily. I would wear multiple different foundations at a time. I would wear multiple different concealers at a time. I would cake on 3 different mascaras to try and get the most intense lashes, and then put false lashes on top because it was a distraction from my face and the fact that I had acne. Like, I thought that that was gonna convince people that my skin was perfect somehow. It didn't, and it only ever made my skin look worse. Like, the fact that I would wear 2 or 3 different foundations at a time, plus maybe 3 or 4 different concealers, and then powder wasn't really a thing, so there was no powder. It was just like thick layers of foundation and concealer, which was not matte. Yeah, and it looked horrendous. Like, it really looked bad. And like, looking back, why I thought that looked good, I will never know. The older I've got, the more comfortable I've got, and the more techniques I've learned on how to get amazing looking skin. Like this, I've added no extra coverage. I mean, that powder does have a bit of coverage, but my skin looks great. And if you've got like foundation that's not got great coverage, and you put your bronzer and your blush and your powder on, and like your creams, and then you go in with powders, most of what you can see will be masked away anyway without the extra coverage from more foundation. I barely use anything, and like, look at my skin, it is incredible. So honestly, all you girls and boys out there that are getting disheartened because your skin isn't the way you want it, I know it is really hard, and society makes it really hard and they make it a big deal, but I can tell you now, if you give your skin a break, go see a doctor, see about getting a good skincare routine down. If you need medication, get medication, but maybe don't go so full hard hog on the makeup side, because you can still get beautiful skin with using less products. And when you use less products, there is less to break down, there is less to cake up, there is less to bunch up around your pores and your breakouts. All that stuff makes your breakouts more visible than you realize. If you can do something more natural, I'm not saying don't wear makeup, but if you can tone it down, instead of going full coverage foundation, go medium coverage. If you usually use medium, go for maybe a BB or a light coverage foundation, and try with bronzer and the cream products like I've just done. I can promise you that a lot of it that you can see when you've just got that product on, when you go in with your bronzer and everything, a lot of it will be masked out, and it just makes such a difference, and the wear of your makeup will change. And I can promise you this from years of experience, it makes such a massive difference. There's less product to make your skin look worse, and over the day, especially if you've got oily skin, makeup breaks down and it bunches up around your breakouts, and it'll bunch off and it'll wear away in patches. I always break away, like my makeup always breaks away around my jawline because of like colours and stuff, and that is where I get the most breakouts, is like down here. Dude, the less product I wear, the less that can break down, the less that can be visible. If I go out with no makeup on, or little makeup, and you can still see it throughout the day, if it's wearing away, it's not as noticeable to me or anybody else. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And that is my rant of the day done. It was needed. So I'm just gonna pop some mascara on, and then we'll go back to the eyes just to finish off that lower lash line. I'm just gonna pop on my Sherry lip gloss, not lip gloss, lip oil by the Beauty Crop. Again, my lips are under a mask, so usually I'm just using a lip oil or a lip balm rather than a lipstick at the minute. I was using them, and I was using them for videos and stuff, but under a mask I would rather wear something that's hydrating. Nobody can see it, so it doesn't really matter. I only wear a lipstick for pictures now, unless it's my day off and I know I don't need to wear a mask, because I mean, I'd rather have nice juicy plump moisturized lips than dry cakey lips that are covered in a beautiful lip product that nobody can see. Like, nah. So lip oil. I'm loving lip oils at the minute. Like, I'm low-key obsessed with lip oils. And I'm taking the Earthship khaki green shade. I'm gonna just start to run that down underneath my eye. A black, just for like where my lashes are, like the outer half. Just 12 back to that Earthship shade, and just blur that out just a little bit more. Okay, today I'm going in with my Attitude iconic lashes, which look more dramatic than they actually are. So I'm just going to pop these on, and I will be right back. If you want to know how to put lashes on, I do have a video on how to apply lashes. Okay, I'm back. Lashes are on. I'm just going to finish off with the Kaleidos Solar Sailor highlighter, and just pop that onto the usual areas. I really like putting it between my brows at the minute. So like brows, bridge of my nose, end of my nose, a little bit on the forehead, cheekbones, and then a little bit on the chin. I don't know, it feels more natural, I guess, than like the usual just like yeah. This is the finished look. What do we think? Do we love it? Do we hate it? I feel like a swamp monster princess, not gonna lie. Like, I really enjoy this. I'm at work today. I'm not gonna go whole hog. It's just kind of pointless. 8 hours under a mask at work, plus like there and back, plus I've got school run. I'd rather not, like, my face, like my entire face except for my eyes, and I wear a cap, so literally just this is visible. The rest is just kind of for myself, honestly. So yeah, that is everything for today. All the links to all the products that I've used will be down in the description box below, so please check those out. Some will be affiliates, some won't be. You don't have to use my affiliate links or codes, but if you do, I will earn a small commission from it, and you may get a discount. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Bye.